This is a terrible, terrible matchup for Jarrell Miller. I think he's going to get absolutely schooled against Lanier Perro. This isn't good at all for him. Um, let's be real here. Perro has got a very underrated and awkward style, and I don't think he's spoken enough about in the heavyweight division. But I do think after this fight, people are going to speak his name more. Miller is actually the favourite for this fight, but I think he's in trouble. I think this is a very awkward fight for him. Um, I just look at Miller's last performance against Iber, and I'm like, he's lost his speed on the inside. I don't think he's got. I mean, he's not got as good cardio as he used to, and we know why that is now after everything's came out. Um, but yeah, I think it's going to be simple for Para. I think Miller's going to be walking into shots all night. And yes, look, Miller's a strong, heavy guy who has power and is relentless. But reality is, against Ivy, he looked very, very, very sluggish in that fight. And Ivy's a southpaw as well, who's nowhere near the level of Lanier Perro. Nowhere near. And I think Perro, he's, got really fast hands, very sharp, and very awkward the way he moves. And I think for someone like Jarrell Miller, I think Perro's got an excellent style to beat him. He's not going to hang around with him at all. He's not going to stand there and trade because that's going to favour Jarrell Miller. And there you go, because IB, a lot of the time in that fight, he stood and traded with Miller. That's how Miller was able to get the better of him. But again, Miller was getting out box at times, and IB was moving around him and getting success with the left hand. Against Ruiz, it favoured Miller a lot. Miller, won the fight. It wasn't a draw. But, Ruiz stood and traded with Miller and paid the price for it, really. He was getting beaten in all of the exchanges. And that's what happens with a lot of Miller's opponents. I mean, with Daniel Dubois, Dubois is just that level above anyway, and Dubois hits like a bloody truck. And so, it favoured Dubois as well. But again, Dubois moved well, picked his moments nicely against Miller. And I actually think, fought a smart fight at times. I think with Perro, very smart. Got a good amateur pedigree. He's got that Cuban style, that southpaw Cuban style, which I think Miller's not seen before in his career. He's not seen it. And I think he's going to absolutely hate it, if I'm being honest here. Um, I think, look, Miller used to be kind of known for some speed on the inside and for some good solid cardio throughout the, 10, 12 rounds. But now we know why that was the case. Not allowed on the performance enhancing drugs. So, it's all slowed down and it's all been exposed. I think for Perro, he looked good against Thompson, but showed a level above. I feel like we could have seen a bit more from him, but either way, he showed that he was at a few levels above Jordan Thompson in that fight. I think Perro's just going to be able to work around and work angles around him very simply. I think Miller's going to plod, and Para's going to be out the way every single time, working angles well. I feel like it's going to be very confusing and very awkward for Jarrell Miller. It's something he hasn't seen. And what does he do after this? Like, Miller's got to win this fight. I mean, Para's got to win as well if he really wants to get his name out there. I feel like it's a really big fight for both guys, but I feel like it's Para's time now. I feel like Miller's had his time, and again, it's a wasted career because of how much of the biggest PED cheat in boxing, really, let's be honest. It's a really wasted career for the potential that Jarrell has actually had. But I feel like this is it for him. I think Perro's going to bully him and just completely box range round him. I think Perro's going to be really, stabbing that jab into the body of Jarrell Miller. And again, I think Perro really works the body well. He did against Jordan Thompson, and that really slowed him down when he was walking towards him. And again, Jarrell Miller's got a lot of body fat, so he might not be his phase, but I know Perro seems to have a good ability of being able to slow his opponents down anyway, and I feel like he's going to be able to find many ways around that in this fight. And once again, I feel like Jarrell Miller's defense is a problem. He's ridiculously durable though, and he can take a load of shots to give one big one back. But I don't think he's going to be really able to touch Perro though. I don't, he'll take a load of shots, but I don't think he'll be able to give some big ones back because he's not really going to get success. Perro is very smart defensively. I think he's going to be able to work range round him. I'm not going to lie. He does get hit a lot and he does rely on that chin and pressure. He is durable and it has helped him throughout his career, Jarrell Miller. His forward pressure, but I feel like it's a perfect style for Pero. Pero loves to invite pressure. Pero loves to, fight on the back foot. That's what he wants to do. I feel like it's not a style where Pero can be frustrated. It's not a fight where Pero can get outmatched technically. It's a perfect style that Jarrell Miller's got. I feel like it's simple. I feel like it's a really, really, really simple fight for Linnea Pero to win. And again, I'm looking forward to it. I feel like it should be interesting. But I honestly, at this point, don't see this fight being tough for Pero. I don't take much confidence out of that Miller Ivy performance whatsoever. I don't think he looked good there at all. Um, it was a disappointing performance from Jarrell Miller. But I think from Pero, against Thompson, good. But now I'm glad we are finally seeing him step up this level because this is what we've needed to see from him for a bit of time now. And I'm glad that he's been able to get a big fight like this. And if he is able to win, then let's be real here. It's absolutely huge for him because now the name of Linnea Pero is gonna be fully out there and things are going to only get more interesting for him. But I feel like I can make easy work out of this.